Welcome back to Cousin John Car Stuff. Now what prompted this video, Get Auction Cars Inspected, is that I've seen so many or certain independent dealers on YouTube. Well, I bought this car, I'm going to arbitrate it. It's not as it was described, etc., etc. It's got problems. It's not in the condition that was described. It needs work that they didn't disclose, etc. Well, I'll tell you two real quick of my experience not inspecting auction cars. First one was 98 Mustang auction buy. You can look it up on my channel here. And I bought that. It was an impounded car. Ran when impounded. That was the text description. Pictures of the outside and inside. It was going inexpensively, so I decided I'll go ahead and bid on it. If I get it, might require just a little bit of work, and maybe I can make $1 on it. So I bought it, had it towed to the house, had to put a battery in it, and the rest you can see on that video. And then I've got a second video on the car as well, with what happened with it. And I wasn't on YouTube crying and complaining. Oh, it wasn't as good as it should have been, yada da da da, implied, blah blah blah. Second one was just this past week. Pictures of the outside. The bidding was just super cheap. And so I bid on it. Current running condition unknown. The auction closed one day this week, the day before I got some coverage and managed to leave work about half an hour early, so I lost half an hour of time from work of income. Got out, looked at it, the inside was just a nightmare. Under the hood, the engine was all intact, but there were things that indicated maybe not, but I'll go ahead, hook up my boost pack, turn the key 3 times, no click, nothing, and it sucked down the boost pack after just twisting the key 3 times. And the cables were a bit warm. Fortunately, I got outbid. Had I been the high bidder and had it towed to the house, I would have done nothing to it. I would have contacted We Buy Junk Cars, given them the auction papers, and they would have taken it to the wrecking yard, sold parts off it. And I would have had a loss on that one. Am I on here complaining, gee, I lost time off work, it wasn't near as nice as I expected it to be? No. Losing half an hour of time from work saved me from losing a lot more. That's the risk you take. But independent dealers here on YouTube, I'm going to arbitrate it, try and get my money back. It's not as described. I didn't know this was wrong with it, and yet they never went out and physically inspected the vehicle. So quit your complaining. Quit your complaining. You don't go out, you don't physically inspect and check over the vehicle. You're just taking a chance. Sometimes you hit a home run. Sometimes you're the bird and the vehicle is the... Sometimes you're the statue and the vehicle is the bird. So, one solution that I can offer is hire a person part-time who knows vehicles, that you can contact them and ask them, the auction's on Thursday. Can you go over Wednesday? And I'll text you a list of these 12 vehicles that we'd like you to check over. Now you're bidding more informed, and you're not just trusting a condition report, a text description, or anything else. And if the auction is hundreds of miles away, then you bid accordingly. And if it's a dealer auction and a dealer buying it, if you can find out who the dealer is that's selling it, perhaps they'll be honest and tell you potentially what issues it may have or whatever else. But you don't inspect it, don't complain. Next one I bid on, if I do in fact buy it, I'll do a video on that. But you'll never hear me complain and whine. If you don't want to play and risk taking a loss, don't put up the money and don't play. And on that note, thanks for coming by. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time through. Have a good one.